it was time for a name change. But we didn't do that before we merged. We did that after we merged. So historically, I don't know if, you guys, some of you are AME, you understand that when they have a name for a church, that's it. You're not changing that thing. That puppy is sealed. So when we talked about it with some of the other members, they didn't even want a discussion. They said no. And they felt that when we had moved into their church, that we were only coming because we needed to go somewhere, but they didn't realize that their church was closing. They were going to close that church, but they didn't explain it to them that way. So they thought they were doing us a favor. So it was a transition trying to share with them that it doesn't matter why we're here. We just want to worship God with you. What can we do? How can we do it? So we began to love on them no matter what. I don't care what argument they posed, we loved on them. We merged together every board. We had to hear what they wanted to say. We listened to their wisdom and we tried to share ours. Then they softened up. They softened a little bit. And then we talked about a new name. And the only reason we imposed a new name was because I think that sometimes when you have a new church, people still feel the residue of what was. And we needed them to understand that we're walking into the new. This is a new season and God is going to move in mighty ways. We don't want to take any of that with us. We're going into the promised land, leave all that stuff behind. Amen. Because we're going in to take over. So as we were going in, they said, well, the name of the church that's here is better. First it was, don't add your church to our church name, put yours behind ours. I said, we're not even going to do that. We're just going to get rid of it all together, both. How about both names go? And I prayed and I said, well, Lord, this is hard to do because in the AME church, you don't really change the name of churches. Maybe I didn't hear you right. Maybe you meant leave the AME church and go start a church and call it this. That's what I thought. He said, not yet, not yet, not yet. Pump your brakes. So I prayed and I told them, I said, remnant. That's what I heard. So we, you know the way we do things, we have to vote. So we put all these names on there on the list and they all came out. I said, I won't tell you what I want. I'll be quiet. I'll let you vote. And I needed God to move. I needed a miracle. Sure enough, it came out remnant. We changed the name. We began working on that process. And I shared with them that this is about God bringing a group of people together that we may not retain everyone, but the ones that are here are going to be that remnant that catapults us into what God has next. It's time for a change. A move is happening. It's going to happen with you or it's going to happen without you, but it's going to happen.